When our kids were grown, we were hit with a strong desire to see the world.
And so we decided to document our journeys to help other first-time travelers.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Terry.
And we're
Escaping the Empty Nest.
So hello, welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about 6 things that you might want to purchase for your cruise that are inexpensive, but are really very important hacks or tips or whatever that will make your cruise so much nicer, and you don't have to go out and spend a fortune on these things.
First thing I was going to say was, one thing that was always kind of frustrating on past cruises is there's not many plugs in the cabin. They're starting to rectify that with newer ships. There's actually USB plugs in the nightstands in the lights. But older ships, and this isn't a real old ship we're on right now, they don't have them. Most of the Dream class ships, like the Dream and the Magic, only have one American style plug and then one European style plug. So a way you can expand that a little bit is you can get an inexpensive adapter which adapts the 2-prong round style plug to the American style plug. They're not very expensive. We bought one years ago and it's been great. We've used it several times. You can even use them if you go to Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah, just make sure that when you plug that in, realize it is 220 volts. So make sure whatever you plug into that adapter will accept 220 volts. Most adapters, USB towers, stuff like that will. This ship actually has 2 American style plugs and one extra one actually in the bathroom up high. But from what I understand, that's a very light plug that's not really designed for anything but an electric shaver.
So our next tip is binder clips. The large binder clips like you would buy at the office supply store, you may have them in your desk at work, who knows. But these come in so handy in the bathrooms here. The showers are small, they're fairly small, and they do have the shower curtain, of course, there. But the one thing is, once the water pressure is on and you're taking a shower, sometimes that pressure draws that shower curtain and it kind of sticks to you. This is where the binder clips come in handy. They are heavy enough that if you clip them to the bottom of the shower curtain, when you go to take your shower, it will keep the curtain from pulling in on you and sticking to your skin. The other thing that it helps to do is sometimes as well, that shower curtain will push outside of the area that is bounded for the shower, and you'll get water all over your bathroom floor.
Something small, but it makes a huge difference. So what we have at home, and we actually didn't even bring it this cruise, but I'll show a picture of it anyway, is we have one of those power cords that starts with one male end and winds up with 3 or 4 female ends on the other side of it. And they're very handy if you have regular things that you're plugging in, regular American style plugs, and something that won't work with a USB tower like what we're using this time. The problem is people bring surge protectors, outlet surge protectors, and they will get confiscated. And sometimes people bring something that looks like a surge protector, even if it's not a surge protector, it's just a power strip, it'll still get confiscated because it looks like a surge protector. So the 1 to 4 kind of the octopus looking things are very handy because it doesn't look anything like a surge protector and isn't likely to get confiscated at all. And it's a safer bet if you have multiple things you're trying to plug in.
So the next thing we want to talk about is something dependent on where you choose your cabin. You may want to bring some earplugs. If you're a light sleeper, you will definitely want to have earplugs because dependent on where your room is, you could be below a deck where there's a lot of dance parties and loud music going on. You could be underneath the galley. You could be in an area where all of your neighbors decide at 2 o'clock in the morning they're going to go running up and down the hall screaming at the top of their lungs. You just don't know what to expect. It's real important if you are, especially if you're a light sleeper, you may want to bring earplugs to kind of help you to sleep at night, kind of block out some of the additional noise around you.
One thing we've gotten in the habit of bringing is a door shoe organizer. And I know it sounds silly, it's like, well, how many shoes are you bringing? It's not for shoes, it's for bathroom supplies. If you want to bring all kinds of stuff, all kinds of medicines and Tums and things like that, there's not a lot of bathroom counter space. So it's good to have an organizer, just an inexpensive rack that you can put on the back side of the door. and it's a neat way to organize all your stuff. Just for the two of us, we probably could have done it without this time, but we traveled one time with a family of 4, and we had so much stuff. We were very glad we had it. So it's a very big help. And at the end of the cruise, you can just take it off the door, roll it up, and it's very easy to
store and take with you.
Yeah.
The last thing that we want to tell you about that we find very convenient, not everybody likes to do this, but this is convenient for us, is to purchase a lanyard so that you can wear your sign-in sale card around your neck, and that way you're not worried about losing it. I'm sorry, I'm paranoid about losing this card on a trip.
Yeah, because
so
it's everything.
It's everything. It's your door key. It's your money.
It's your bank account.
It's your bank account. It's your credit card when you're on the ship. You're not able to pay in cash. You're not able to do that. So the nice thing that Carnival does for us now, they used to not. You used to have to ask them to, but they do have a little hole that they punch in the card for you, and then you can attach your lanyard to it, and then just keep it right there with you. It's also cool because if you're blingy like me, you know, you've got a pretty one, but some people wear, you know, their Houston Texans on there, so you can kind of tell where some of the people on the cruise are from if they are wearing it, and it gives you a good conversation starter or whatever. But for me, I don't like putting this in a pocket. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose it, but if it's right here around my neck, I know that it's safe.
Just make sure it has the kind with some kind of clip on the end that can go through a hole. It's not the kind with the jaws that you see sometimes. So the last thing we wanted to mention, and we know we said the last one, so this is a bonus item, is we have what's called a KISS bag. KISS is a acronym, stands for Keep Your Stuff Safe. We've had this one, we've actually had 2 from our very first cruise, and we have used it on several vacations, not just cruises. We took 2 of them to Hawaii this year. And what it is, it's a secure bag with a zipper and a chain and a combination lock. So you can move that chain around a pole or a chair or a table or anything. And it's a great way when you're not going to be with your stuff to keep somebody from going into your stuff. I mean, obviously, I guess if somebody had a razor blade, they could do it. But for the most part, it's just a little secure area that you can lock up your things and leave them in a deck chair. Like today, we went to the water slide and we had, you know, her sign and sale card and maybe a camera in there or something. So it's a nice way to protect your stuff while you're not with it at all times. The reason we didn't include in the top 6 is I wouldn't call them inexpensive, but you know, we'll put a link to the Keep Your Stuff Safe website in the bottom of the in our description at the bottom. We hope this has helped you out. Little things that kind of life hacks to make your first cruise a little bit more enjoyable. Kind of give you the tips that people who've been on multiple cruises may have learned just through experience. So check out the rest of our cruise playlist, especially if you've never been on a cruise before and you want to get some more tips. But in the meantime, check out the rest of our channel, and thanks for watching, and bye for now.